trying to figure out, what is Paton's philosophy. We haven't really had a chance to actually talk to him, volley questions at him. And all these guys are going to be very guarded, including Spielman. I was surprised he even said this, to be frank with you. But this kind of gives us a hint, perhaps, of the kind of mindset Paton might have. Quote, this is Spielman. My philosophy has always been to be very active, trading up and down on draft day, accumulating draft picks. I think last year we ended up with 15 draft picks, and he was a critical part, talking about Paton, of leading those trades along with Rob Brzezinski, our cap guy. So, Zach, do you think that's how far should fans read into that? Because we've seen Elway at times be very active in terms of dealing picks and trading and moving around. Last year, we were certain that with the Broncos entering the draft with 10 picks, there was no way they were going to actually make 10 picks, but they did. It was kind of, even though they weren't moving up and down per se, they held on to all 10 of those picks. How do you read this?
Well, I mean, your last sentence kind of is my answer here. The draft is the ultimate crapshoot. So not even teams, not even GMs know where they're going to go until they're on the clock, until the board starts breaking. And Paton's admitted himself, though, that his philosophy is to build from within, is to build from the draft and use that as the foundation of a team, as well it should be. So it says to me that if he's going to be aggressive, which he says he's going to be, he already admitted that publicly, he's going to be aggressive, not making wild trades for Deshaun Watson or Matt Stafford. He might move up for a Micah Parsons. He might move up for a Caleb Farley. He might move back and stockpile more picks. I just think the bulk of Paton's activity as the general manager, at least in year one, will be through the draft. But knowing right now on the 14th of January what he's going to do in late April, it's anyone's guess, including his.
Another thing that he said is that George Paton is I'll use this specific verbatim quote here. George Paton is an incredible talent evaluator. And he went on to explain how, some guys might have a better, natural disposition to be an evaluator of talent. And, it's like some people are people watchers, right? Some people are more observant and perceptive than others.
Guilty.
I'm a people watcher.
Okay.
My dad's a people watcher. I think it's a little bit genetic or whatever. You just perceive things that a lot of people don't really pay much attention to. And so for a guy that might maybe have that in his tool chest starting from square one in the league, that might give you a slight leg up. But the way he got to where he is today, and this was something Spielman illustrated quite well, was grinding it out, not just day after day, but year after year, and being able to have enough of a sample size and a body of work to go back on and say, look, the guys I had rated in rounds, my big board, for example, in the 2012 draft, I look back on that a few years later. Where was I right? Where was I wrong? And you learn from that. You learn where your evaluation of this particular trait was fool's gold, or where you missed something like that. And it can only be found, that expertise, from live bullet experience in terms of the time put in. And that's one of the things that really resonated. Again, we talked about this last night. One of the things that resonated with Elway, Ellis, Fangio was this is an experienced cat. This is a guy that is an expert in his realm.